Hello, this is the trade site Forex Market Preview and International Economic Data Roadmap for the week beginning Sunday, the 19th of April, and ending Friday, the 24th of April, 2020, as we continue to struggle with the coronavirus across the globe. Here's a look at the dollar index daily chart. It's settled right back into the middle of last year's range after some wild swings as the virus took hold of the stock market and the financial markets in late February and early March, but we've settled amazingly back where we started. The euro dollar daily chart, just the inverse of the dollar index for the most part, seems to be a little bit lower actually than it should be. The pound dollar has been remarkably flat during this period. The Aussie dollar has been on the rise over the last couple of weeks, coming back, but the last 5 days was really light. Actually, this has been after some good action in the forex market. This last week was really narrow. Here's the euro yen not doing anything. The pound yen, again, look how flat that is now. So the fun that we were starting to see again in forex for 4 or 5 weeks has kind of died off, at least here in the short term. We'll see if it comes back. Look how bad the pound Swiss is, and then the New Zealand dollar against the dollar still sitting where it was a while back. If we look at the intra-week action, 30-minute candles, we had a loser, we had a couple winners, is what it is. High to low for the week on the euro dollar. Euro dollar only about 160 pips, which is not great. And then the pound dollar, high to low, a little bit better, 250 or so, but most of the move was Tuesday and Wednesday. So it is what it is. All right, let's take a look at all the economic data coming out. Obviously, we continue to look at what's going on in the financial markets globally anyways. But CPI out of New Zealand Sunday night, well, this is really Monday morning their time. Right move housing price index out in the UK, trade balance out of Japan. Monday, we've got German PPI current account out of Europe and trade balance out of Europe, one at 4 and one at 5 a.m. Eastern time. Those are big numbers. Wholesale sales out of Canada, along with their foreign securities purchases. Australia's monetary policy meeting minutes. Tuesday, we've got a trade balance number out of Switzerland. We've got the unemployment rate out of the UK. We've got zoo employment or economic sentiment out of Germany, and then the broad European sector. Got core retail sales out of Canada, existing home sales here in the U.S., CB leading index out of Australia, GDT price index out of New Zealand, MI leading index out of Australia. Wednesday, CPI at 2 a.m. Eastern time, and PPI and RPI out of the UK, and then their housing price index at 4:30. Canada's CPI number at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. They've got a variety of them on Wednesday. CB leading index out of China, housing price index here in the U.S. We've got consumer confidence out of Europe. We've got crude oil inventories here in the U.S. at 10:30 a.m. on Wednesday. Flash manufacturing PMI and flash services PMI out of Australia at 7 p.m. Wednesday night Eastern time. That's the early morning for Australia on Thursday. Flash manufacturing PMI out of Japan. Credit card spending out of New Zealand. And then the German consumer climate number. Public sector net borrowing out of the UK. We've got the flash services and manufacturing PMI numbers out of France, then Germany, then the broad European sector, then the UK, all within about an hour and a half. CB industrial order expectations out of the UK. The weekly initial and continuing jobless claims numbers here in the US, obviously not expected to be good again. Flash manufacturing PMI and flash services PMI here in the US. New home sales, then our natty gas number. Consumer confidence out of the UK. National core CPI out of Japan. And then Friday, all industries activity at 12:30 a.m. Eastern time out of Japan. Retail sales out of the UK. Durable goods and the University of Michigan sentiment numbers here in the U.S. to wrap up the week. So none of our big three over here. No Fed meetings expected, obviously. I don't know what they would do anyways. They're already doing plenty. So we'll just call it as it is and see what happens in the Forex market. Charts as usual brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading